Hey boys and girls, let's go ahead and continue with Junie B. Jones. Now, we read chapters 4 and 5 yesterday, and as usual, there's a little bit of drama going on. And so all of the girls, Lucille, that Grace, Junie B, they're doing everything they can to try to impress handsome Warren. And so do you remember what Lucille did in those chapters? Well, no surprise, Lucille shows up in like a beautiful dress, and she's just, you know, flaunting it all over the place. Princess dress, tells everybody how much it costs. And that Grace had what? What was her thing? Well, she always has the fancy shoes. And so she had super fast running shoes, and she was going to impress poor Warren with her speed, her pace. And Junie B woke up that morning and she had grown-up cereal with lots of fiber in it, so it probably wasn't very good. And she was going to be calm, right? She was going to be the opposite of a nutball. And I don't think it worked for her. Yeah, because Warren just like gave her this like cuckoo, you know, kind of look. So she has it in her head that she has to do what Lucille and that Grace are doing. She needs to look like a princess. And so that's kind of where we left off. She just got a great idea about what she might have at home to look like a princess. Okay, look at this. Maybe that's what she looks like when she gets it all together. We'll see. Okay, here we go. Chapter 6, Speechless. The next day that Grace saw me on the bus. Her mouth came all the way open. I smiled, very gorgeous. I know why you're looking at me like that, Grace, I said. Mother said when people saw me, they would be speechless. I fluffed my hair. Speechless is when your mouth can't speech, I explained. That Grace pointed at my neck. What is that? Is that a dog collar you're wearing? She said. I laughed and laughed at her. You silly Grace, I said. Don't you know anything? This is a lovely collar of jewels. It is the kind of jewels that princesses wear. Only I didn't even know we had this gorgeous thing. I found it where Mother keeps the dog food. Only I don't actually know why it got put there. I holded out my arms. Did you notice these, Grace? Did you notice my long white princess gloves? They're the kind of gloves that Cinderella wears. And Cinderella is a real, actual princess. Plus also she does floors. I pointed to my head. What about this golden crown I'm wearing? It's from a real, actual Dairy Queen. Plus I have red velvet bows in my sneakers. And Mother even drew lightning on their sides, just like yours. I twirled around. Just wait till handsome Warren gets a load of me now. Right, Grace? That guy would have to love me, 'cause who wouldn't? Grace slumped in her seat. She didn't talk the whole rest of the way to school. And guess what else? When the bus got to school, she didn't wait for me again. She ran straight to handsome Warren without me. I tried to race her, but my collar of jewels scratched my neck. Plus also my golden crown fell off my head. Handsome Warren was sitting on the ground. His face was hiding in his knees. I pushed my way in front of Lucille and that Grace, and I tapped him on his head. Hello, how are you today? I'm wearing my princess clothes, I told him. Handsome Warren didn't look up. I tapped his head again. Yeah, only I actually think you should get a load of me, 'cause Grandma Miller says I'm quite a sight, I said. Lucille rolled her eyes. It wouldn't do you any good to talk to him, Junie B. He's not talking to anyone. Not even me, said that Grace. I squatted down next to the guy and stared real hard. How come you're not talking, huh, Warren? Does the cat have your tongue? I waited very patient. Then I leaned closer to his ear. I said, does the cat have your tongue, Warren? All of a sudden, handsome Warren raised his head up. Go away, he shouted. All of you, go away and leave me alone. I stayed squatted a real long time. Then I stood up very quiet and I looked at that Grace and Lucille. Good news, I said. He talked. After that, all of us kept on standing there and standing there. Because we didn't actually know how to handle the situation, that's why. Finally, Lucille did a huffy breath at him. You're not being nice, Warren. You used to be nice, but now you're not, and so I don't even want to be your friend today. Me either, said that Grace. I don't want to be your friend today either. Then both of those guys held hands and they stomped away very furious. Handsome Warren raised up one eyeball to see if they were gone. I quick bended down and looked into it. Hello, how are you today? I said. I'm wearing princess clothes. Handsome Warren did a groan. Then he closed his one eyeball and he hided his face again. Chapter 7, Knock Knock. I sat down next to Handsome Warren. Guess what? I'm not even going to bother you, I said. I'm just going to sit here and mind my own beeswax, that's all. I thought a little bit. Plus, there's another good thing. You don't even have to look at my princess clothes if you don't want to, because clothes is not how I make friends, I said. Handsome Warren didn't move. I looked at his head. Guess what? There's something in your hair, I told him. I looked harder at that thing. I think it's a tiny leaf or else maybe a piece of Kleenex, I said. He still didn't move. Want me to brush it off for you, I asked, because that would not be any trouble and I would be happy to do it. I waited very patient for him to answer. Then I tapped on him some more. Yeah, only I really think you should do something, I said, because what if somebody blowed their nose on a tiny Kleenex and it flied in the wind and it got stuck in your hair? Did you ever think of that, huh? Because that would not be pleasant. He didn't answer. Whoever wants me to get that Kleenex out of his hair, raise your hand, I said. All of a sudden, Handsome Warren uncovered his angry face. I thought you weren't going to talk, he hollered. I thought you were going to mind your own beeswax. I smiled, very cute. Yeah, only I am minding my own beeswax, Warren, I said. I just needed to tell you about the teeny Kleenex. And so now I'm done talking, period, the end. Handsome Warren rolled his eyes way up in the sky. He covered up with his arms again. I waited some more. Okay, here's the problem, I said. The teeny Kleenex is still there, and so how would you like me to handle this? Handsome Warren put his hands over his ears. Stop it, he yelled. Stop talking to me. Why are you sitting here anyway? Why don't you just go with your stupid friends and leave me alone? 'Cause I'm being nice, that's why, I said. Plus also I am understanding your feelings on account of Mother said that's how I make friends. Handsome Warren did a grouchy face. I am not your friend, he said. And I don't have any friends at this school. All my friends were at my other school. But now my dad made me move here. And now nothing is the same. I hate this place. I hate it. I hate it. Then he quick hid his head in his knees again and he started to cry. He tried to be quiet. Only I could still hear him sniffling in there. And it made me feel sad inside. I patted him very gentle. Sorry, Warren. Sorry you feel bad. Sorry, sorry, I said real soft. Just then a good idea popped into my head. Hey, I know. Maybe I can get you a Band-Aid. Would you like that, Warren? Because sometimes Band-Aids make things better. Or else here's another good idea. Maybe I could tickle you because tickling you makes you laugh, right? So I would be glad to give it a try. I jiggled him. Want to try on my golden crown, Warren, huh? Want to? Because a golden crown makes you feel like $1,000,000. I took it off to give it to him. He didn't take it. I put my golden crown on the ground. Then I took off my princess collar and my Cinderella gloves, and I put them on the ground too. After that, I sat very still, and I listened to Warren being sad. Finally, I did a sigh. I tried my very last idea. Knock, knock, I said. Handsome Warren didn't answer. Knock, knock, I said a little bit louder. Then I kept on saying knock, knock until the guy got sick of it. Oh, all right, who's there? He grouched. Hatch, I said. Hatch who? Said Handsome Warren. Ha ha, made you sneeze. Get it, Warren, get it? You said hatchoo, do you get it? Knock, knock, I said again. Handsome Warren peeked one eye out at me. Who's there? Ash, I said. Ash who? Said Handsome Warren. Ha! I did it again, Warren. I made you sneeze again. You said a shoe. And so that was another good one, right, Warren? Handsome Warren raised up his head. His face didn't look as mad. Knock, knock. Who's there? Said Handsome Warren. Kook. Kook who? He said. I made a fist at that guy. Hey, who you calling a cuckoo, mister? I said. Just then, Handsome Warren did a teeny smile. He waited for a second, then he smiled some more. Knock, knock, he said. Who's there? Icy, said Handsome Warren. Icy who? Icy London, Icy France, Icy Lucille's underpants, he said. I clapped and clapped. Me too, Warren. I saw those things too, because that crazy kook is always twirling around in those bouncy dresses, that's why. All of a sudden, my whole face lighted up. Knock, knock. Who's there? Said Handsome Warren. Irish. Irish who? Irish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener, I sang real loud. Then me and Handsome Warren started laughing real hard, and we holded our sides and we rolled all around on the ground. You are a nutball, said Handsome Warren. You're a nutball too, I said back. We're both nutballs, he said. And so after that, me and Nutball Warren rolled and laughed all around the grass till the bell rang. Because that's what nutballs do, of course. Plus also, me and him were brand new friends, I think. And that is called Happily Ever After. And that's the end. Yikes! Oh, that went really quick. Don't worry, I have more. Listen, I like this one because you know what? We got to see a very sweet side of Junie B, and she didn't need all of this, did she? She didn't need to be like anybody else. She didn't need to be like Lucille, and she didn't need to be like that Grace, and she didn't need to be, pretend to be anything other than Junie B. And that was super sweet. And she just was being nice. And then they became friends. Yay! I hope you liked it. We'll start another one tomorrow, okay?